Good afternoon, it's Monday the 6th of October and it's just after 12 o'clock. I'm always amazed at what books you come across in charity shops or on stalls, second-hand stalls elsewhere. Here's a book that I came across, and I think I maybe paid something like 20p for it. It's it's part of the Britain in Old Photographs series, and this volume is talking about Belfast, and it's compiled. It's a series of old Belfast photographs compiled by Viviene Pollock and Trevor Parkhill. So let's see what it says, and I think they must have been attached to the Ulster Museum, National Museums of Northern Ireland, and it was first published by Sutton Publishing, reprinted in 1999 and then reprinted in 2010. Sutton Publishing Limited. Anyway, so what does it deal with? What old pictures have we got? Black and white. We've got introduction, site and city, a growing city, harbour shipping, Belfast on the move, made in Belfast, shops and commerce, hotels and cafes, theatres and picture houses, public and municipal provision, energy services and the law, education, religious, health and welfare, and politics, wars and parades, acknowledgements. There's an old map dating from 1865, old Belfast map. Belfast was a relatively new city. Belfast was nothing 200 or 300 years ago. But all that changed with the shipbuilding and the linen industry, rope making and whatnot. And there's a photograph from 1911, and the streets are dark with workers coming from Hard and Wolf. So this was the city as it was. Various ages on these photographs. There's 1878 and Belfast Cave Hill 1960, 1950. There's a 1910 and there's 1954. O'Neill 1936, the Wolf Hill Spinning Company. Wonder what happened to it. And there's the Lagan there, Shaw's Bridge in 1905. Now this book is a treasure trove of old photographs. Look at Shaw's Bridge. It hasn't changed a great deal. You'd easily recognise it. And there's the Lagan at Newfords, 1884. I'm surprised to see the number of trees around that, because the Lagan, this was more like what the Lagan was like back then, or I imagined the Lagan to be few trees. There's the towpath, the Lagan at Drum Bridge, 1910. And there's Newfords Lane. I know it well. It certainly doesn't look like that. Hay Park's Brickworks at Ava Avenue, 1910. My goodness. And terrific pictures. There's Donegal Square East, Donegal Square Methodist Church. You can buy that in a motorbike the other day. It's beside the City Hall. I think it's a bank now. One of the last remaining banks in Belfast. So you're getting the gist of this. It's terrific. 1894, showing a row of shops selling second-hand goods. This kind of trade was enormously important in Belfast, where so many women worked long hours in mills and factories, and large quantities of apparel were imported from Glasgow to meet local demand. I think the houses were rough. Selling the Belfast Telegraph in 1920. Bernie Hughes, model bakeries on the Springfield Road. And it's just packed full of old photographs like this. Life as it was, folks. There's Musgrave Street RUC barracks in 1939. Look at the Pickpockets Harvest, Celtic Park, Falls Road, and that's the police on guard. They were watching for pickpocketers. King's Hall, 1914. And there's the Palm House, Dunville Park, Ulster Museum, Stranmillis Road, the way it was. It's just a treasure trove. And it extends to how many pages? About 130 pages. This is the political end, UVF rally, Shaw's Bridge, 1913. Many of those UVF men, original UVF men, headed for First World War, and met their end at the Somme. Carson's funeral, 1935. State funeral. And there's it. Wartime flax. Stranmillis allotments. Boy, things have changed there. High Street burning in the Blitz. So we're talking about 130 pages. So what does it say? The images in Belfast in old photographs, many of them previously unpublished, have been drawn from the collections of the Ulster Museum, which holds one of the largest and most important historical photographic archives in Ireland. And a lot of the stuff that you see in the Ulster Museum, it just can't be displayed. So what you see is only a fraction of what they have in storage. Focusing on several central themes, the book illustrates with remarkable clarity the changing face and fortunes of this great city during a century or so after the Great Irish Famine, 1845 to 50. These were decades of political turmoil, social upheaval, commercial growth, cultural innovation, national occasion and local events, all of which were documented as they happened throughout the medium, or through the medium of photography. You know, photography is a great documenter, but video, I reckon, is even better. And that's what one of the reasons I do these video these videos on my channel. But the ordinary was also captured as the camera recorded the everyday experiences of those who called Belfast their home. And these images, over 200 of which are recorded here, they convey to us the reality of city life in all its aspects and rich variety. This book will be invaluable to many local historians in Northern Ireland and will provide a feast of nostalgia for all of those who know and love this beguiling city. And it's 13 quid back then. and I got it for a song. A great wee book.